Thank you, WWE. This is I quit. I quit.
No, what? Oh, my God.
I don't need I go back with this. He's supposed to run this company. I mean, did we just witness history repeat itself
Involved in this?
I don't know.
And we are back on Impact. And
God.
Taz, this is what went down during the commercial break. Just absolute madness from Kurt Angle.
Getting a little too close to comfort for us.
For this. So Taz, after watching the replays, I've got to ask the question.
Oh my God, bro.
Oh, it's back. It's back.
Oh, I'm fucking... What the fuck, man, did we just watch? This episode was terrible. This is the January 21st, 2010 episode of Impact. Fucking... Why? Just why? This show was bad. The ending was fucking hysterical. And this episode was so confusing. Why is my fucking thing playing the next fucking show?
I don't know.
Fucking... I don't even know where to start, man. After what I just watched, I don't know where to begin. What the fuck even started off the show?
I think it was the weird fucking recap of Genesis. It was like shaky fucking like photos. And then fucking I think AJ Styles and Ric Flair came out. I think that was what we started with.
Yes, because now we have, it's not just AJ Styles anymore, now it's AJ Styling and Profiling Styles. And Ric Flair talks about how he came to TNA because he hates Hulk Hogan, and until the day he dies, he's gonna have beef with Hulk Hogan. And that AJ Styles is gonna be the next Ric Flair, and then AJ Styles comes out in a suit, and he starts acting like Ric Flair, and it's like incredibly cursed. And then fucking Kurt Angle comes out wearing a suit, and this man, from the second he came out until this segment was over, did not blink a single time. And to make it worse, as Kurt Angle is out on stage, Hulk Hogan comes out, so we get this image of Kurt Angle death staring AJ Styles with Hulk Hogan standing next to him, and it's this cursed fucking image of these two fucking cursed fucking, not even like, they're not even human at this point. This fucking goddamn, this fucking, these two fucking cryptids at this point. Like, standing next to each other, and Hulk Hogan's talking about, let me tell you something, AJ Styles, brother, dude, fucking, I said at Genesis that was going to be Kurt Angle's last title shot, but because Ric Flair wants to stick his nose in business that's not his, I'm going to fucking change my mind, and now Kurt Angle is going to get another title shot tonight, and Ric Flair is banned from ringside. And that was pretty much that. And Kurt Angle didn't blink this entire segment. Because, why not?
Man. And then fucking, so after that, I think is when we got the Mick Foley shit. Like the first part of the Mick Foley shit, where he's just in the back just tearing shit up for no goddamn reason. and saying he wants Bischoff. And then I believe that is when we got our first match, and was that the tag team championships? Is that
Yes.
the first match?
Yes. It was fucking British Invasion facing the fucking tag team champions, which are Matt Morgan and fucking Hernandez, the most random duo. And they won the tag titles at Genesis because why not? And fucking. So this match went about maybe 5 minutes. It wasn't super long. And then fucking what was the guy's name that came out?
Rob Terry.
Yeah, so Rob Terry comes out with this fucking briefcase that has the number 4 on it, and from what Austin said, apparently it's a feast or fired fucking briefcase. Now, for those who might not know, can you explain what feast or fired is?
Yes. So Feast or Fired is a multi-man match. Usually has about 10 to 20 people in it, I would say. And there's 4. It's kind of like, for example, that match on WCW is like the one with the boxes. But instead of boxes, it's briefcases in all 4 corners. And one briefcase has a world title shot in it. Another briefcase has the X Division title shot in it. And another briefcase has a tag team title shot in it. But then the 4th briefcase, which it's all randomized of which briefcase, has a briefcase that says you're fucking fired, pretty much. So yeah, and 4 people get the briefcase and they take it and they're out, and they have a briefcase until there's no briefcases left, and they open them up later on the night on the show. So
Fucking. So. Was the feast or fired? I'm scared to ask. Was it a Vince Russo idea?
yes.
I figured. I. It's always a Vince Russo idea at this point.
Yeah.
Honestly, because I know they did multiple of these because I remember, God, it had to have been, it was whenever Chavo Guerrero was in TNA, because I remember the first time I ever seen a Feaster fired. I remember they had given briefcases, and I remember Chavo Guerrero had gotten a briefcase, and he opened it, and it said, "You're fired," and then he left TNA after that. I remember. I don't
Yeah.
remember what year it was though. I want to say 2013. I could be wrong.
Probably. I
So,
know Feast or Fire is how EC3 left.
mm-hmm. So
But go ahead.
just to fucking at this point, fucking we talked about gut check. So let me talk about a little bit of the history of Feast or Fired, because why not? So, Feast or Fired is a match concept featured in TNA, obviously. The idea is based on the object on a pole match, which sees wrestlers trying to gain possession of items hanging from poles attached to the ring posts. In this case, the participants in the match try to grab one of the 4 briefcases from the poles. In the match itself, a wrestler can only claim a briefcase if he/she leaves the ring with it and both feet touch the floor. Inside each one of the briefcases is some sort of paperwork. One of the cases holds a contract for a TNA title match, 1 X Division title, 1 tag title, and the 4th is a pink slip which fires the wrestler. In later years, alternate titles were used as options in place of the X Division title. Oh God! Apparently, they had a title called the TNA King of the Mountain Championship in 2016.
Oh, Jesus.
The winners of the briefcases do not reveal what is in them that night. Instead, they are revealed in a segment on a later episode of Impact. Before the contents of the cases are revealed, each wrestler is given a choice to keep their case or forfeit it, which protects the wrestler from being fired, but also gives up any potential title match. Once a wrestler wins a briefcase, it may be and has been defended in matches similar to the way championships are. The allocated time period during which a wrestler must invoke their title opportunity has not been explicitly stated. All that has been said is that the title opportunity can be invoked anywhere, anytime, making it similar to the Money in the Bank, which lasts for a year. So, fucking... Okay, is it... Okay, so, this shows, who won, what briefcase. So... Oh my god. Okay, what does it say? Year? Okay, so the first one was in 2007, and the first match for it happened at Turning Point, and the competitors were Shark Boy, Lance Hoyt, Christopher Daniels, Elix Skipper, Homicide, Hernandez, Kip James, Jimmy Rave, Chris Harris, and Sanjay Dutt. And Petey Williams, Scott Steiner, and Senshi. So,
Oh, Jesus.
the winner of the world title case was Scott Steiner. The X Division case was Petey Williams. The tag title case was BG James. And the pink slip case was Senshi, whoever Senshi is. Fucking... So then, 2008, the competitors were Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin, Jimmy Rave, Lance Rock, Sanjay Dutt, BG James, Consequences Creed, Cute Kip, Shark Boy, Hernandez, Homicide, Jay Lethal, and Curry Man. And the winners...
What a lineup.
Huh?
I said, what a lineup.
So, the winners were Hernandez won the world title briefcase, Homicide won the X Division briefcase, Jay Lethal won the tag team briefcase, which means Curryman got fired.
The funny
So-
part is, I think Curryman returned after that.
Jesus Christ. So 2009, the competitors were Robert Roode, James Storm, Eric Young, which apparently it says the title he was holding on the show was the Global Championship, Homicide, Kiyoshi, Cody Deaner, Jay Lethal, and Consequences Creed, Samoa Joe, Rob Terry, Kevin Nash, and someone named Sheik Abdul Bashir. The winners was Samoa Joe won the world title case. Rob Terry won X Division, so that's the one he has.
He's too built for X Division.
Apparently not.
Bro, he's like three... No, bro, he's 3 X Division stars. What are you on about?
Well, that's the case he won.
He
won
can barely
it.
fit in his fucking shirt.
He won it at Final Resolution in December, so the month before this, he won it. Kevin Nash won the tag team title match case, and Sheik Abdul Bashir won the pink slip case. Oh, I like how it says here Curryman was kayfabe fired, but Sheik Abdul Bashir was legit fired. Okay, then we get, after 2009, they didn't have it again until 2013. This is the one I seen. The competitors were Austin Aries, Chris Sabin, Curryman, someone named Dewey Barnes, James Storm, Norv Furnham, Hernandez, Samoa Joe, Gunner, Zema Ion, EC3, and Chavo Guerrero. So, Gunner won the world title case. Zema Ion won the X Division case. EC3 won the tag title case, and Chavo Guerrero got fired. He was legit fired. Fucking. Then they didn't do another one until 2015. The competitors were Crazy Steve, Samuel Shaw, Gunner, Jesse Goddard, DJZ, Robbie E, Davey Richards, Eddie Edwards, Bram, Austin Aries, Rockstar Spud, Magnus, and Velvet Sky. Wait, what? Why? Wait, why was Velvet Sky? Apparently, Velvet Sky was in this. So, Austin Aries won the world title briefcase. Rockstar Spud won the X Division briefcase. Magnus won the tag title briefcase, and Velvet Sky was fired. Kayfabe. It says. Then they had it again in 2016. The competitors were Bobby Roode, Robbie E, someone named Aiden O'Shea, Eric Young, Bram, Jesse Goddard, Chris Melendez, Rockstar Spud, Drew Galloway, which is Drew McIntyre, Eli Drake, which is LA Knight, James Storm, and Grado. Drew Galloway won the world briefcase. Eli Drake won the King of the Mountain title shot. Apparently, that's when they changed it from X Division to King of the Mountain. James Storm won the tag team, and Grado was fired. Kayfabe, it says. Then they didn't do another one until 2018, which was the competitors were Rohit Raju, Taji Ishimori, Trevor Lee, Caleb Conley, not Tyrus, Moose, Petey Williams, Eli Drake, and EC3. So Moose won the world title one, Petey Williams won the X Division one, Eli Drake won the tag title one, and EC3 was fired legit. God, this one has a lot of cooking competitors. So the last one, this aired on Impact 1000. This was September 2023. So last year this happened.
Great.
We had the competitors were Alpha Bravo. I'm gonna butcher this. Bhupinder Gujar, Black Taurus, Brian Myers, Heath, Jai Vidal, Joe Hendry, Johnny Swinger, John Schuyler, Jonathan Gresham, Kevin Knight, Kushida, Laredo Kid, PCO, Sammy Callahan, Steve Macklin, Moose, Crazy Steve, Chris Bay, and Yuya Uemura. So Moose won the world title one. Crazy Steve won, apparently this is for the digital media title shot. Chris Bay won the tag title shot, and Yuya Uemura was fired. So, fucking... Cash in... Wait, hold on. Cash in matches. Wait, what? Oh, Jesus. Okay. So, fucking the BG James, or the Road Dogg, fucking, so it says James and his partner Bullet Bob Armstrong lost to TNA Tag Team Champions AJ and Tomko, so he fucked that. Petey Williams won the title from Jay Lethal. Scott Steiner lost at Sacrifice to Samoa Joe. Is that the infamous Sacrifice?
It might have been, honestly.
It says it was 2008. Jay Lethal won the tag titles with Consequences Creed from Beer Money. Homicide won the X Division title from Suicide. Funny enough. Hernandez lost the World Heavyweight one at No Surrender. It says Hernandez invoked his opportunity versus Sting and won via disqualification Due to outside interference by the main event Mafia due to the disqualification, TNA manager Mick Foley returned the briefcase to Hernandez, allowing him a second chance. Hernandez then lost to AJ Styles, who would become the new TNA champion in a 5-way match. And oh god, apparently the 5-way match was AJ Styles, Kurt Angle, Matt Morgan, Sting, and Hernandez. So oh god, okay, I don't know. Fuck. I don't know if I should spoil that or not. I won't
Probably
spoil
not
that.
if it's 2010, yeah.
Yeah. So, that's another one for 2010. Let me try to do ones that aren't. Let me skip the 2010 ones. Alright. 2014, Zema Ion failed his cash in on Austin Aries for the X Division title. Gunner failed his. Oh, God. The match was Gunner versus Magnus. Almost said Tyrus. Magnus. What kind of match is that? He failed against Magnus. James Storm was successful with his partner Abyss, and they defeated the Wolves. Rockstar Spud was successful. He defeated Low Key to win the X Division title. Austin Aries failed his cash in against Kurt Angle for the World Championship. God, Kurt Angle was still World Champion in 2015. Jesus Christ. GFW, whoever... it's Brian Myers and Trevor Lee defeated the Wolves.
Jesus.
James Storm and Bobby Roode defeated the Wolves in 2016. Drew Galloway defeated Matt Hardy to win the TNA World Championship in 2016. Eli Drake won the King of the Mountain title from Bram. Eli Drake and his partner... Oh, why? That's so cursed. So LA Knight teamed with Scott Steiner, and they defeated LAX for the Tag Team Championships.
Why?
Petey Williams failed his against Matt Sydal. That was in 2018, by the way. So Scott Steiner won a tag team title in 2018. Eli Drake failed his world champion one. Oh, great. He lost to Pentagon Jr. I forgot Pentagon was an Impact at one point. Chris Bay won his. Him and Ace Austin defeated the Rascals. So, what? Okay, so this one, so usually when it says win, think the thing is green and loss is red. This one's yellow. It says Crazy Steve defeated digital media champion Tommy Dreamer by DQ, meaning Steve didn't win the title, and that's all it says. And then the last one, Moose won the TNA title from Alex Shelley. Oh my god. Okay. So, you know how we just watched Hard to Kill and Moose won the title?
Don't tell
So,
me.
that was him cashing in the Feaster Fired. Oh, it says January 13th, 2024, which was the fucking Hard to Kill that we watched. Oh my god. Wait, what is this? There's a section called Race for the Case. Have you ever heard of this? Apparently
No.
this is another match type they did. Race for the Case was a similar concept used by Impact in 2017. This was a pole match where different colored briefcases hang from the poles. Retrieving a briefcase allows the participant to challenge any wrestler in any match stipulation on an open fight night episode of Impact. Inside each briefcase contained a number from 1 to 4, which denotes the winning wrestler's placement in being able to make a challenge. Once a wrestler lays down a challenge, the other briefcase holders are no longer able to make the same challenge. The participants were Matt Hardy, Tyrus, Mike Bennett, Crazy Steve, Andrew Everett, Eddie Kingston, Jesse Goddard, Mahabali Shera, Eli Drake, Trevor Lee, Bram, and Jeff Hardy. The winners were Eli Drake won the red case, Trevor Lee won the blue case, Bram won the yellow case, and Jeff Hardy won the green case. It says challenges took place on February 2nd, 2017, Open Fight Night. Jeff Hardy challenged and lost to Bobby Lashley for the TNA World Championship. The DCC challenged and defeated Decay in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Trevor Lee challenged and defeated DJZ in a ladder match for the X Division Championship. And Eli Drake challenged and lost to EC3. And that is everything that I currently can find on the Feast or Fired match. So yeah, just wonderful. Another Vince Russo match type. So there you go. There's a little history on that. So yeah, Rob Terry has one of the Feast or Fired briefcases. So he tries to get involved in this match. He gives I think it was Doug Williams. He gives him the briefcase to try to hit I think it was Hernandez. And Hernandez ducked and he accidentally hit Magnus, and the referee was not paying attention because he was trying to keep Matt Morgan out of the ring. And then Hernandez just pins Magnus 1, 2, 3 while Doug Williams is just sitting there next to him watching him, and it's why?
Yeah.
Why the fuck didn't you break it up? And then so after the match, British Invasion is in the ring. Rob Terry gets in the ring, and him and Magnus start getting into it. And Magnus is like, "Oh, why did you get involved? Why did you do this?" And they're all arguing with each other. And then all of a sudden, Mick Foley gets in the ring and starts hitting everybody with chairs. And then he gets on the microphone and is talking about how he's gonna have an appointment with Eric Bischoff tonight and shit. And Taz calls him mentally unstable or something like that, he said. And I was just like, why? Yep. But what happened after this match?
I think this is when we found out about most of the matches on the card. Actually, is what was next.
I think next was the wasn't it the goddamn Madison Rain match?
Oh no! You're missing you're missing the quite important match on the show. Because Mr. Big Pimpin' the Pope took on Mr. Big Simpin' Orlando Jordan. So
we had talked about Orlando Jordan a little bit when we talked about Tomko. So we didn't think we were going to see Orlando Jordan yet. Come to find out, Orlando Jordan apparently had his TNA debut on the January 4th episode that we watched, but apparently it was cut out of the episode because we didn't see it. So there's that. But also, do you kind of want to tell people kind of what we're going to be getting into with Orlando Jordan?
Oh, yes. So Orlando Jordan, at this time, at least until we actually get some personality from him, which we're not gonna like when we get personality from him. He's very bland, but when we get personality from him, he tries to put a lot of himself in his gimmick, his actual real life self. So something about Orlando Jordan is bisexual. Mm-hmm. Now, you might ask, there's nothing wrong with that, Austin. Why would there be any problem with that? Well, you see, Orlando Jordan said himself that he wanted to make a Gold Dust type character with his sexuality. So, let's see. He has 2 valets. He's going to have 2 valets. One is a woman, and one is a male. So there's that, which is fine. And then it gets worse because there's segments where he will just come out with a bottle of lotion and squirt lotion on himself like he's giving himself a facial. I shit you not.
Great.
A lot of his gear around this time is very provocative. So the gear that he was in tonight is the tamest you will see him. There is, I believe, one show where he is just wearing a Speedo and caution tape.
Oh my god, why?
There is one show, I think, where he is wearing one of those like feather masks, and he has like it's like a Speedo, but it goes all the way into like a singlet type thing. I think people call it a banana hammock or something. I think that's what people call it. It gets pretty bad. So be aware that is what we are in for with Orlando Jordan.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Fucking.
Hey, it could be worse. They could have given like one of the Nasty Boys that gimmick.
What the Nasty Boys did in 2010 was already bad enough, as we seen tonight. So, but we'll get to that later on. This match, fucking, this match was not very long, and it just kind of ended out of nowhere. And the Pope was being all cocky, and he said, "Welcome to Orlando, Jordan." And then the next thing I know, the match is going. And then the next thing I know, Orlando Jordan gets the pin on the Pope and wins. And I was like, what the fuck?
Which, might I say, that is not big pimpin'. So,
Speaking of big pimpin', Sean Morley wasn't on this show. I don't know when we're going to see him again.
oh, he only has one more appearance, remember?
So I was about to say, I think we see him like 1 or 2 more times and then never see him again, ever. But, yeah, so Orlando Jordan won this match. There's not much else to say. This is, compared to everything Austin was just telling you, that I guess this is like just the last bit of like somewhat normal Orlando Jordan that we're going to be getting. So,
yeah. Soon we'll be getting big simpin'.
You know, it's sad. The last time I seen Orlando Jordan before this is when we watched that fucking SmackDown where he was goddamn United States champion and he was JBL's crony.
Jesus. What was fucking next? I'm trying to even think, man.
My fucking brain hurts.
Fucking hell.
I know they had a fucking segment where Kevin Nash went into Hogan's office and was trying to talk to Hogan about fucking Sean Waltman and Scott Hall, and Hogan was like, "Oh no, I'm done with their games," and I gave him an opportunity, and he said, "No more with this rock paper scissors bull crap. I'm done with the games, and you're gonna team with Eric Young tonight." And as much as I love those guys, I'm done with the games. And he was like, "Kevin, I just need you to do this," and fucking Kevin Nash is just like, "Oh, okay, I'll do it." And fucking, I think after that was the Madison Rain match. I think because they showed fucking on the whatever fucking if it was, I don't remember if it was. I think it was on the January 4th episode how Angelina Love was in the crowd and shit, and then fucking that the beautiful people fucking turned on her, and then they're like, "Oh well, next we're gonna have a Madison Rain versus Angelina Love match," and you want to talk about this?
Yeah, I'll talk about it. So I will say there was an abundance of no, like, there's like one Madison Rain ass shot. I was kind of disappointed how there wasn't more. But fucking, this was a mess, if I will say so myself. Because after the one Madison Rain ass shot, it turned into a fucking shit show. Because here comes Angelina Love, and they're about to start the match. They start the match, and it's just like ground and pound, pretty much punch, 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 punch. And then Angelina Love hits a Irish whip on I was about to say Velvet Scott, Madison Rain, and fucking hits a weak ass looking discus boot. And then it was 1, 2, 3. And that was it. You know, safe to say, that's still better than anything Madison Rain is doing now. So, I mean, sad but true.
Yeah. Yep. So there was that. Fucking, I'm trying to remember what happened. Fucking after this, what the fuck was it? Oh yeah. Also, I want to say during like the in between different segments, they were having these segments where fucking Bubba the Love Sponge was on like his fucking radio show, and he kept calling Jeff Jarrett and was harassing him and was pissing off Jeff Jarrett for some reason. He called Jeff Jarrett at like 6 in the morning, and Jeff Jarrett was like, "Why the fuck are you calling me? It's 6 in the morning," and fucking he's like, "Oh, I need to talk to you about Hulk Hogan." And then like every time he called him, Jeff Jarrett would just start going on rants about Eric Bischoff and Hulk Hogan. And he just like started going off, and then he kept hanging up on Bubba the Love Sponge. And then finally, fucking Bubba the Love Sponge was like, "Don't hang up." And fucking, he's like, "Oh, you and Hogan actually need to fucking talk and shit." And then Jeff Jarrett was like, "Fine, I'll talk, but I don't want Eric Bischoff to be there, but Bubba, I want you to be there."
Would you say that Bubba the Love Sponge was big simpin' for Jeff Jarrett?
I mean, kinda, I guess. Um, Fucking, I'm trying to remember what happened next after that. What was it? Fucking.
Um,
It
fuck.
it wasn't the fucking Hogan promo, was it?
No, I don't think. I think there might have been one more match before that. Was
Fucking,
there?
I'm trying to remember. My brain hurts right now.
Um,
fucking. Are you sure there was another match? Or am I fucking tripping?
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure the Nasty Boys match was before that.
Well, the Nasty Boys thing was like towards the end of the show, I was pretty sure.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, because it was like.
I don't know.
Because it was the Nasty Boys thing, and then the Mr. Anderson promo, and then the main event. That's what ended the show.
Okay, then I guess it was the Hogan promo.
So, fucking Hogan and Bischoff come out, and
Oh wait.
what?
I missed something in the fucking goddamn Madison Rain Angelina Love match.
What could
Fucking
you have possibly missed?
fucking so Velvet Sky and Lacey Von Erich come out, and basically they're attacking Angelina Love. And the main thing I want to mention, because this really isn't, they just beat up Angelina Love. It really isn't too like special, but I do want to mention. Did you see Lacey Von Erich's cells?
Yes.
He looked so fake. They looked so goddamn fake.
And that's a precursor to what Austin tells me. Apparently she is like absolutely atrocious when it comes to her actually wrestling in ring.
She is the worst Von Erich that has ever wrestled. Like, she puts a disgrace to the Von Erich name.
Jesus Christ. Is she worse than fucking oh, what was that one chick's name? Fuck, her name is leaving my head now. The other horrible one, Jenna Maraska. Is she worse than Jenna Maraska?
It's hard to say. They might be tied, honestly.
Fucking, well, don't got that to look forward to, because she's fucking Jenna Maraska was fucking terrible, and if Lacey Von Erich is as bad as that scares me.
But I think she has multiple matches in 2010 too. Let me see.
Oh,
While you talk about the promo.
So fucking yeah. So basically, the Hogan promo was next because Hulk Hogan came out and Eric Bischoff came out with them, and fucking Hogan was talking about how there's like a lot of changes going on in TNA and shit, and fucking oh God, what the fuck was Hogan talking about? I'm trying to remember.
The Gaga and the rock paper scissors. And,
Oh yeah, he said he was fucking tired of the games of fucking Sean Waltman and Scott Hall, and then all of a sudden we hear this music, and oh, here comes the band, and here comes Nash, Hall, and fucking Six Pac, and fucking Hogan starts getting mad, and he's telling me, he's like, oh, you two had your opportunity and you squandered it, and I'm tired of all your rock paper scissors gaga, and I'm tired of the games, and and he said that this isn't how this works, brother. You two don't work here anymore. You two don't work here, so you can get out of my building. And they're like refusing to leave, so Hogan like calls security on them, and they make the band leave, and right after that, fucking all of a sudden here comes Mick Foley, and fucking he tries to get in the ring, and the security guards stop him, and Mick Foley starts yelling. He's like yelling Bischoff, and Bischoff says, oh, we'll talk in my office later tonight. And that was pretty much that promo.
oh no, Devon. So, just because I was curious, I looked up how many times Lacey Von Erich wrestled in TNA, mainly in 2010. She's there until July, and she
Wait.
has a lot of matches.
Wait, did she leave in July?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
But she, let's just say in one of these matches, she somehow becomes a TNA Knockouts Champion.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Where even are the Knockouts tag champions? We haven't seen them since the first fucking episode, bro. Where's the
Oh
Knockouts
my god.
champion? We haven't seen the Knockouts
Oh,
champion since the first episode either. Where are they at?
Devon.
What?
All of her matches average out to like 4 minutes.
Wait, all her matches combined? Or
No.
all her matches are
No,
like
like
4 minutes?
they're like average.
Oh.
The average is about fucking 2 to 4 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
It's this bad, bro. Oh my god. I just realized that I think she retired after. Because
Oh
this
my
shows her whole career.
god.
I see her FCW shit, and I see everything else and shit. Like, yeah, I think she retired after this.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Is she the only female Von Erich?
I believe so. At least one to get into wrestling.
Jesus Christ. Does she have anything to do with that fucking... What was it? Was it a fucking movie or was it a documentary about the Von Erichs that came out recently?
It was a movie, and she had nothing to do with it now.
Mm. But,
I wonder what she's doing now.
Anyway, so we get this backstage segment where fucking Scott Hall and Sean Waltman are being thrown out by security, and they're arguing, saying that they're not leaving, and this is bull crap, and all this shit. And fucking Kevin Nash starts yelling at him, and is saying, "Just trust me, I'll fix it. Don't worry, I'll fix it." And Scott Hall's like, "Oh, you never let me down before, big man. So I'll trust your word on this." And then they leave, and then Kevin Nash is like all stressed out and shit. And then there's like a segment of like Kevin Nash talking to Eric Young and fucking talking about
You wanna know why she retired?
I can only imagine.
She stated, "My husband and I wanted more kids."
Jesus Christ.
Go ahead, go on. I'm sorry, I had to just sit there and give that info.
So fucking we get this tag team match of fucking Kevin Nash and Eric Young versus the Nasty Boys, because why not? And the Nasty Boys come out first, and Brian Knobbs looks extremely out of shape. And so they're in the ring. Keep in mind, there was like a lot of people in the crowd wearing Nasty Boys merch, and they have like 3 different fucking shirts for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
So Hulk Hogan was really trying to cash in on the Nasty Boys popularity, apparently, because it's so popular, I guess. And so then Kevin Nash and Eric Young come out, and I mean, what do you expect me to say? It was a Nasty Boys tag team match. It was short. It was shit. Fucking Knobs and Sags looked terrible. fucking Kevin Nash was made to look like a fucking old fart that couldn't do anything, and fucking he gets his head slammed into the ring post and he's just knocked out on the floor. And then the Nasty Boys, fucking, as Taz said, took Eric Young to Pity City because they put Eric Young's face in Brian Knobbs' armpit, and then fucking they get the pin on Eric Young, 1, 2, 3, and the Nasty Boys fucking win because why not? And this match was awful. It was terrible, and I don't know why the fuck it happened. And so yeah, fucking. What did you think of this match?
It was terrible. It was actually terrible, I will say. But you might have to like subtitle this Lacey Von Erich rabbit hole because it just keeps getting worse. Apparently, I never thought I would say this. Apparently, her Ariel Piper, which is Roddy Piper's daughter, and Brooke Hogan
Oh god.
started an all-female wrestling company together. But no, this match was terrible. Give me a second. I gotta look this up.
Well, while you're looking it up, after the match, the Nasty Boys were walking backstage, and fucking Team 3D comes out of nowhere, and they hit the Nasty Boys in the head with chairs, and Bubba Ray says, "Welcome back to pro wrestling," and Devon says, "Oh, my brother, testify." And that was that. And I think at this point, it was time for the Mr. Anderson promo that they advertised earlier in the night. And Mr. Anderson comes out, gets the whole entrance, and he starts talking about how the reason he came to TNA was because of Hulk Hogan, and he didn't want to be like everybody else and take shots at the other wrestling company and say, "Oh, I was never used like I should have been, and this and that and this and that." And he was like going on and on about it. And he said he was here because Hulk Hogan promised him opportunity and all this shit. And he said that actions speak louder than words. And all of a sudden, Abyss appears behind him, and Mr. Anderson starts talking about how he knocked out Abyss with brass knuckles at Genesis, and was being all cocky about it, and was saying, "Oh, I never seen Abyss before, but he's a big, scary dude." And then he starts calling him a stupid, idiotic moron, and Abyss is getting like angry. And then he goes to do the Mr. fucking thing, and Abyss like taps on his shoulder, and he turns around, and Abyss starts fucking kicking his ass, and Mr. Anderson gets out of the ring and fucking gets out of there with Abyss in the ring looking angry, and he starts like pulling out his hair and stuff, acting crazy. And that was pretty much the Mr. Anderson promo. So then we get a backstage segment of Abyss talking to Eric Bischoff, and fucking Eric Bischoff is telling Abyss that fucking saying, "I don't know why you're here. You better be glad Hulk Hogan likes you because that's the only reason you have a job, and you having a job all depends on your friend Mick Foley." And then Eric Bischoff, Abyss is like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Bischoff, I'm sorry." And fucking Eric goes into the office, and there's security guards holding back Mick Foley, and Mick Foley's like, "Oh, I just want to talk to you man to man, business man to businessman, fucking GM to GM or whatever he said, and Bischoff's like tells the security guard, "Oh, just let him go, and fucking we're gonna have a nice conversation." And then Mick Foley's like, "Oh, I can see right through you. I know what you're doing. You're trying to destroy TNA just like you did WCW." And fucking and Mick Foley's like, I'm not gonna let you do that, and I'll stop you myself if I have to. And Eric Bischoff's like, oh, is that a threat, Mick? Are you threatening me? And shit. And then Eric Bischoff tells the cameraman to get out of there, and he closes the door. And then it's time for the main event, but I don't know if you found anything yet before we talk about this cursed ass main event.
Well, I mean, the only thing I found out, like, in 2017, apparently, so, the people that formed this wrestling promotion, which...
Hold on a second.
So, all I found is that in 2017, it was announced by TMZ that Brooke Hogan, Ariel Piper, Lacey Von Erich, and Brittany Page, all the daughters of DDP, Roddy Piper, Hulk Hogan, and fucking Kerry Von Erich, were starting a female wrestling league called Daughters of Wrestling. Now, I'm going to look up Daughters of Wrestling. Hang on. Company. Yeah, that's really... Oh, no. No.
What?
So... apparently that fell through, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Guess what happened to them? They all joined the creative team of WOW Women's of Wrestling. And they're still there to this day. They're head of creative. They're all head of creative.
So the fucking so their Daughters of Wrestling never fucking happened.
No.
Jesus Christ.
We might need to take a look. If they're head of creative, though, we might need to take a look at an episode of Women of Wrestling. Honestly.
The thing is, I know for Women of Wrestling, I don't know if she still is. I know at one point in time, I think fucking Maria Kanellis was there at one point, I think. And I know AJ Lee was there at one point as well.
I'm pretty sure Tessa Blanchard was there as of recently, too.
Not Tessa Blanchard. Whatever happened to her anyway?
She went to a garbage promotion that, whichever that promotion was that had the spot, where a syringe was being put up a dick hole. I'm not fucking joking. I saw that on my timeline and immediately blocked it. I think it was like last year, but she went to that promotion.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about this cursed ass main event.
Well, I'm gonna let you talk about it since I just talked about the last fucking couple things.
Alright, well...
This main event was fucking cursed, especially the ending.
I mean, the match wasn't really too cursed until the end. The match was like your straight up typical AJ Styles, Kurt Angle bout, as we've seen for now the third time. And, fucking. So, after this match, well, I should say around the ending of this match, it's Kurt Angle. He's got an ankle lock in on AJ Styles, and AJ Styles reverses it into an ankle lock, and then we just hear the bell ring. Now, Devon, I would like to ask you, what does your Earl Hebner shirt say again?
I believe it says "Damn right I did" or "Damn right I did it." I forget which one it says.
Now, can I ask you what Earl Hebner did and what he damn right he did tonight?
They basically recreated the Montreal Screwjob. That's what he did.
Mm-hmm. And, I don't think Kurt knew about it. So...
He seemed about as fucking... Actually, you know, I was gonna say he seemed about as angry as Bret Hart, but, I think he was madder than Bret Hart. So...
Nah, bro, there's no way. The only thing that fucking Bret did was, like, paint out WCW. Fucking... Kurt sat there, and Hulk Hogan comes out, and he's trying to tell Kurt that wasn't supposed to happen, that wasn't supposed to happen. And Kurt is fucking pissed. Like, he's red in the face, his veins are popping out of his fucking
his
skull.
His whole body turned fucking red.
Yeah, he turned fucking red as fuck, like, and he just started cursing. All you could hear is fucking censors, so much censors, and then he fucking legit spits in Hulk Hogan's face. You could tell it was serious. Mm-hmm. Like, Hulk Hogan didn't know what the fuck to do. And he just keeps cursing.
You could make out what he was saying too, even though they bleeped it. Like, if you look at like his fucking mouth and like what he's saying, he was pretty much like, if they wouldn't have bleeped it, he was pretty much saying like, to Hulk Hogan, he said, "This is fucking bullshit. What the fuck?" And he was like arguing with Hogan, and then you can visibly hear Kurt Angle saying, "Fuck you, fucking motherfucker, you're a fucking piece of shit. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. This is fucking bullshit." Like, that's what he was mouthing. And they had to put at least like 500 censors on this man, because like he said so much that literally the whole audio was just boop 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 boop. Like, that's how much he was cussing. And fucking he just kept going. And he kept going. He just kept swearing, and he was flipping his shit, bro. I've never seen Kurt Angle this fucking angry in the entirety of me watching him.
He started taking Mike Tenay's chair, his poor fucking chair, and he's fucking slamming it on the fucking Titantron. And while he's doing that, all you hear is beep 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 beep. Like, it just keeps going.
And there's one shot where he takes the chair and he fucking launches that fucking thing across the stage, and they bleep it, but you can like see what he's yelling, and he yells, "Fuck!" Like, you could tell he's like yelling it. And like fucking when he grabbed that chair, Mike Tenay and Taz looked like they were fucking fearing for their life, bro.
Bro, Mike Tenay was still sitting in it.
I know. He was holding on to Taz for dear life. He had this look on his face, and he had this look on his face like, Taz, save me, and then Taz had this look on his face like, I don't know if I want to get involved in this. fucking, fucking, Kurt Angle starts beating this fucking chair against the wall. He cracks the glass on the wall. That's how hard he was hitting it. And fucking then he throws the chair across the stage and he's like screaming, fuck, this is fucking bullshit. And then he just fucking walks back through the curtain. And then right when all this is going on and we're dying laughing and we just fucking heard Kurt Angle like with the ultimate cussing storm. Fucking as soon as we're laughing about that, all of a sudden randomly Eric Bischoff walks out. And he's got blood, like, running down his face, and he's walking like a fucking zombie. And fucking we're like, what the fuck? And Eric Bischoff gets in the ring, and he grabs a microphone. And keep in mind, at this point, there's like 20 seconds left. And he gets on the microphone, and he says, Mick Foley. And then he, like, pauses, and he says, your ass is fired. And it just ends. Like, so abruptly. Yeah. Like, what the... This is such a confusing ending. Like, I feel like... I don't know about you, but I feel like the Kurt Angle thing went on longer than it was supposed to. I feel like they had to, like, rush the Eric Bischoff thing. Because it seems so rushed. I don't think they were expecting Kurt to get that fucking pissed off.
I genuinely don't think Kurt knew. I think that's why he was so pissed. I think he just did not know.
The part that kills me every time I think about it is when Hulk Hogan's looking at him and he just spits in Hulk Hogan's face and then they show Kurt Angle and he's like, fuck you, with like so much anger.
The thing that gets me about that is it wasn't even just like a regular spit. It looked like he fucking hawked the goddamn loogie when he fucking spit in his face.
Yeah, and then Hulk Hogan just has this look of like he has this look of like, are you fucking kidding me right now? You just spit in my face. And they turn the camera to Kurt Angle and Kurt Angle's just death staring at him. He's like, fuck you. Like, what the fuck, man? I swear, it's like we can't go whatever it is we do, whether it's TNA, WWE, WCW, fucking XWF, whatever the fucking case. It's like we can't do anything without seeing fucking Kurt Angle or Hulk Hogan. And we had both of them in multiple segments together on this show. And I didn't think it was going to end with Kurt Angle spitting in Hogan's face and yelling, fuck you, and you're a piece of fucking shit. Fuck you, motherfucker. This is fucking bullshit. Like, I'm... Was Kurt Angle still on the Percocets at this time?
Yes.
Oh, that's even worse. Because the Percocets probably made him even more angry. Oh, my God. Fucking, it's no wonder Mike Tenay looked like he was fearing for his life. He probably thought Kurt Angle was gonna fucking kill him. He probably actually thought he was gonna die. Fucking, I would like to know, like, anybody that was like backstage after that, like what the fuck Kurt Angle did when he got backstage. Like if he started wreaking havoc, if he's like fucking like tried to fucking kill somebody when he got backstage. Because he looked fucking unhinged.
I want to know how that would, like, look, like, if you were in the crowd. I want to know how the crowd felt about that.
Jesus Christ. I don't know. Like, what I don't understand is, like, why recreate the Montreal Screwjob of all things?
I don't know.
It's such a, not even like doing it on a pay-per-view, doing it on a random episode of Impact Television. Like,
and also, you know the thing that bothers me? Usually they do that when it's involved with like Shawn Michaels or Brett.
Mm.
They're nowhere near the show. So
I couldn't tell
it
you.
was
I
just
really
done.
couldn't.
It was just done for no reason, bro.
I don't know. I don't know if Hogan. Wait, oh my God! I just realized why they did this.
Why?
So they did this in January 2010. Keep in mind. You
Hmm.
want to know what was going on in WWE in January 2010?
Oh.
They were
Oh.
doing the angle where Bret Hart returned to WWE and he was having an angle with Vince McMahon and Shawn Michaels. So
Bro.
I'm thinking that's the reason they did this, because I don't see any other reason. So Hogan, you fucking bastard. You just son of a bitch.
Why? How, how are you gonna how are you gonna compete with Raw? How are you gonna compete with Raw? And your big idea after Bret Hart comes back after like fucking years is to recreate the Montreal Screwjob, the reason he left WWE in the first place.
I'm curious now. I want to see. Hold on. I want to see if what the fucking ratings ended up being for this Impact. TNA Impact January 21st, 2010 ratings. I want to see. I'm genuinely curious because, and I want to try to see the Raw ratings for that week as well. Oh my God. They weren't even competing with Raw on that night. They were competing with the Jersey Shore finale that night because this thing says the Jersey Shore season finale was on during this episode of TNA. Okay, I'm not. I know. I want to see the fucking ratings. Show me the fucking ratings. Okay, I don't. Oh my God, this person's article is so long. Oh my
Oh
God.
my god, Devon.
Hmm.
They weren't even competing with Raw. You wanna know why?
Oh my God. So Austin. So apparently this person was able to make out more of what Kurt Angle said, and apparently Kurt
Oh no.
Angle was so mad that he says uh, Hogan comes out and tries to talk with Angle. Angle says that he doesn't need this fucking bullshit. He can go back to the WWE anytime he wants. Fuck this fucking company. Apparently, is what Kurt Angle said.
Oh my god.
So I think he was legit
Um,
pissed. Oh God.
so, this was on a Thursday.
Mhm. Well, I know that, but I'm just saying, like, I want to know, like, what their rating was for this screw job versus like what the rating of
I
Raw
mean,
was with like Bret Hart on it.
okay, so which would you say the Raw before or the Raw after would be the one we look at?
I guess the Raw before. Um,
So let's
I,
see, the
I'm not trying to
Wednesday
see
would
the
have been the
results. I
20th,
want to see the ratings.
Tuesday would have been the 19th, January 18th.
Oh, okay, fucking. Oh, wait, hold on, what? Okay, it's not showing me. Okay. Okay, maybe you'll have better luck, because I'm not fucking seeing... I'm trying to figure out what these numbers mean, because obviously Raw is getting way more, but I don't know if that means, like, million, or what that means.
That wasn't the main event. There's no way.
What?
Apparently, the main event for that Raw was Randy Orton versus Chris Masters.
What? And they got a higher rating than this.
The rating for this Raw. The rating for this Raw was 3.1 million.
Was Bret Hart on that episode?
Yes.
So you're telling me Hulk Hogan tried to compete and take a shot at what they were doing by having Bret Hart back, by doing this Montreal Screwjob ripoff, which, by the way, people have dubbed this as the Orlando Screwjob, by the way. It has a name. So he really thought that doing this was going to be a good way to pop a rating, and to just try to, like, to stick it to them. Like Hogan, you put this match on after the Nasty Boys. They probably lost most of their viewers by that point. So, this is a disaster, bro. Not only did they try to go ahead.
The show didn't even break 1 million.
It didn't. Oh my god! How much did Raw get?
3.1 million.
Oh my god! And this show didn't even break 1 million.
No, it got 992K.
Oh my god! Not only did they not come anywhere close in the ratings, they didn't even get 1 million. Hulk Hogan tried to rip off the Montreal Screwjob segment just to stick it to them. It failed. Not only that, but they could have fucking had a casualty on their hands, because they did this segment and it amounted to nothing to try to compete with Raw. And in turn, they got Kurt Angle so fucking heated that he said he was going to go back to WWE, and said fuck this company, and almost fucking goddamn fucking killed Mike Tenay, and fucking was cussing a storm and spit in Hogan's face.
Keep in mind, a star-studded main event of AJ Styles versus Kurt Angle did not break 1 million. But Randy Orton versus Chris Masters put on 3 million.
I don't blame it on AJ and Kurt Angle. It's all the other fucking shit they did before it. That's probably what caused people to fucking tune out in the first place.
I can't believe, like, I genuinely can't believe there's people that probably actually turned off AJ Styles versus Kurt Angle and sat there and watched Chris Masters versus Randy Orton.
Like, bro, I don't understand. Like, on what planet did Hulk Hogan think that this was gonna go over well, or be a good idea, or that, like, how did he think, oh, this is gonna be the ratings draw, brother? We're gonna recreate the Montreal Screwjob. Like, what? Bro, they bring in Rick fucking Flair. They bring in fucking the Nasty Boys. They sign Mr. Anderson. They bring back fucking Jeff Hardy. They have fucking Mick Foley, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, X-Pac. They got all these fucking Kurt Angle, AJ Styles, fucking Sting, Samoa Joe. Fucking, I can go on and on and on with the amount of talent they had in the company at this time. They had all that, and they couldn't even break a million.
Nope.
Oh my god, bro. Bro, even on the January 4th one, where they were directly competing with Raw, they got, like, I think it was, like, almost 2 million, or it was, like, a million something, and Raw still got, like, 5 million.
Yep.
Jesus Christ, man.
So, that was more TNA 2010. We'll be back for more. Eventually.
The thing is, I'm pretty sure that the next episode is January 28th, but I'm pretty sure, from what I was looking at, that I think that's the one where some kind of tournament starts, I believe.
Oh, no.
So, that's going to be bad. I'm scared because I'm not sure if Kurt Angle is going to be on the next episode or not. And if he is, I'm scared of what he's going to do to people.
I'm scared too, because not only that, but we're missing some key people on this episode.
Mm-hmm.
If you notice, Samoa Joe was missing.
Yep.
I'm trying to think of who else.
Oh, well, you know, the Knockouts champions nowhere to be found. The Knockouts tag team champions are nowhere to be found. Jeff Hardy's nowhere to be found.
Yep, Jeff Hardy.
Sting's nowhere to be found.
Yeah, there was no Sting on this episode.
I mean, Jeff Jarrett was there on a phone call, if you count that. I don't know if you count that. Like, bro.
Yeah.
Oh god, at some point I think in 2010, like, fucking doesn't RVD like show up at some point in 2010?
I believe in March, yes.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man. The fact that we didn't see any of those people on this show, but we got Orlando Jordan, is like, why?
You know what I can't wait for? Right, I don't think you knew about this. You know who debuted in 2010?
A lot of people.
My man Zema Ion debuted in 2010.
Question: where the fuck is Brian Kendrick? Because he showed up at Genesis. I just now remember he debuted against... Where's Amazing Red? Because he won that match. He's the X Division champion. Where are these people? What the fuck, man? Where's Sean Morley? Where's fucking, like, half the people that were on the pay-per-view card?
You know, say what you want about WCW, at least we consistently see people.
Yeah. Fucking...
Like, you will never forget the name of David Flair.
Oh, there's one more thing to talk about on the show I forgot. They had a backstage segment with Bobby Lashley for some reason, and Bobby Lashley was like talking to Eric Bischoff. So this whole thing they've been doing with like Bobby Lashley attacking people and his wife and shit, like demanding to talk to Eric Bischoff and all this shit. Like, the last time we seen Bobby Lashley, he got knocked out by Abyss. I don't know if this is some storyline thing, but Bobby Lashley was saying like, oh, you know, I don't want to cause any more problems, and I just want to wrestle, and TNA is the place for me, and it's the best place in the world, and I just want to wrestle, and please, Mr. Bischoff, give me the opportunity. And fucking Eric Bischoff was like, oh, you're an incredible athlete, and it takes a hell of a man to own up to your mistakes, and so I'll talk to the Hulkster about it, and we'll give you an answer next week. Now, out of curiosity, he was supposed to wrestle Abyss the last time we seen him, and Abyss knocked him out. Now, I don't know where this is leading to, but I'm starting to get the feeling that because Abyss knocked him out, that Bobby Lashley turned into a fucking good guy because Abyss knocked him out, and I'm scared that's gonna be some kind of like dementia storyline or
Hey,
something.
hey, you know, that could work because, you know, Abyss eventually is going to have superpowers with Hulk Hogan's Hall of Fame ring. So,
Jesus Christ. But yeah, that was everything on this fucking shit show. Fucking, oh my god.
oh man. Oh, I will mention, did you mention Nasty Boys match when there was like this chick, that was like the #1 Nasty Boys fan I've ever fucking seen, and it was disgusting.
Yeah, it was Miguel and Drag.
It's Miguel's woman.
Jesus Christ. Fucking, yeah. God damn, it's fucking 3:51 a.m. I'm ready to go to bed. I'm tired.
Same here.
Fucking. That was your review of the January 21st, 2010 episode of TNA Impact. Fucking cursed. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do for this thumbnail. I know I'm gonna have to somehow get an image of like irate fucking Kurt Angle somehow. So
Can you find an image of the fucking Nasty Boys chick?
I don't know. I know I'm definitely gonna have to get a picture of fucking Hogan and Angle standing next to each other because that was cursed. I wonder if I can get an image of Kurt Angle spitting in Hogan's face.
You could probably get an image of Hogan's reaction.
Fucking, I don't know. I'll have to get an image of like the Kurt Angle death stare where he wasn't blinking.
Oh man.
But yeah, we will be back with more TNA 2010 whenever we get to it. The next episode we'll be covering is the January 28th episode, which I said is going to be cursed because I think they're starting some kind of tournament, which is just going to be cursed. You know who else I just noticed was missing from this show?
Who?
Where is Big Pimpin' Desmond Wolfe? Because he wasn't on the show either.
I don't know. I don't know where Big Pimpin' Desmond Wolfe.
Do you think Hulk Hogan just fucking told all these people, oh, we don't got a spot for you right now, brother, or some shit like that? Says, sorry, dude, we don't got a spot tonight.
Didn't he win at Genesis as well?
Yeah, I think so.
Man.
Well, that was Impact. Fucking cursed. We'll see you for the January 28th episode. God help us all. Who knows what's going to happen on that episode.
Big Pimpin'.
I don't know.